All right. Now, I know that you've got a quote right at the very beginning of your book, Life is a Circus. You can either be the ringleader or hang by the ropes. Also, a man that you admire tremendously as a golfer is Mo Norman. He is a Canadian golfer, and he's legendary. And this is what he said. Golf is happiness. It's intoxication without the hangover. It's stimulation without the pills. Its price is high, yet its rewards are richer. Some say it's a boy's pastime, yet it builds men. It cleanses the mind and rejuvenates the body. It's these things and many more for those of us that know it and love it. Golf is truly happiness. Well, I remember seeing someone on a golf course getting so infuriated with the fact that the ball wasn't cooperating, the clubs were stupid, and they just had a temper tantrum. And I thought to myself, when I read this, you know, Mo really had an insight into the game, and you have such a regard for him. Why?
He was a genius. He came up with this amazing way to swing through the ball that no one else had been doing, and still no one is really to the full effect that he was doing it. Because the beauty of his swing is that he is on his both feet planted on the ground throughout striking through the ball. And before him, players like Ben Hogan and other famous players were lifting their right foot off the ground as they were striking through the ball, which allows for only a small amount of space where the center of the club face can strike through the center of the ball. But Mo managed to maintain a space about a foot long or a foot and a half long where that club face had more of a surface area to strike through the center of the ball. And he is by far the most consistent, most successful player of all time in golf. And not many of us know about it because he was a shy man, and he wasn't like the rest of the golfers. They say he had autism, although I'm not quite sure if that was confirmed or not. But because of his shyness, because of the kind of character he was, he dressed differently from everybody else. He was disregarded. But let's put it this way. A company like Titleist recognized him as the best golfer of all time and actually gave him a salary for the last years of his life that were good enough for him to live off of. So he's quite an amazing player that I encourage all golfers to look on YouTube or anywhere else they can to actually see how he swung through the ball.
That's an amazing story. You mentioned in the book that he was in his 70s. Was this when you first became acquainted with him? Is he still with us, or has he gone to the golfing?
He has passed a few years ago, but I was lucky enough to see him give a workshop and watch him live. I mean, it was just incredible. This man, when he would say the ball is going to go to that target, it landed there. That was the most amazing thing about Mo. During a tournament, there was some water between him and the target, and he said, okay, I'm going to land it on the bridge so that it goes over the bridge, rolls over the bridge, and then onto the green. And that's exactly what he did.
Amazing.
His imagination was so vivid, and he was so skilled to make whatever he imagined happened that by far separates him from any golfer of all time.